give him all the glory, mighty King, yes he is.
Hello everyone, this is Miguel from TQP Ministries. You're listening to the TQP Ministry podcast, and I wanted to take this moment to first of all thank you for tuning in to this podcast. This podcast is geared towards helping you have an impact when you spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, in the year 2003, it was in January 30th when I gave myself to Jesus Christ. I accepted him as my Lord and Savior. I was in Puerto Rico when I made that decision, and it was and is one of the best decisions, if not the best decisions I've ever made. There in Puerto Rico, I was able to learn how to live out this faith. Well, that was in the month of January. Now follow with me, if you will. January, February, March, April. In April, we had been baptized in the water, a group of us. We had been preparing on how to live out this faith. And there we were in the month of April. We were baptized in the water, a beautiful experience. In the month of May, I experienced the overwhelming power and love of the Lord in my life, just the overwhelming presence of his spirit. It was in the month of June when I had the opportunity to preach for the very first time. And I remember when I preached, it was upon the theme, Stop the Injustice. I spoke particularly about the relationship of Cain and Abel, and how is it that many times within the family there exists some envy or jealousy, and this should not be so. But these were the things that I highlighted on my very first night of preaching. Months had passed by, years have gone by. We're in 2018, and I've been able to continue preaching, continue to grow in that area, and also grow in ministry and teaching. I've had the opportunity to mentor many people, not just in the sense of ministry and in the church, but also in the secular sense, as I've had the opportunity working with various companies to train individuals who would later on lead in management and other successful positions. That's a little bit about my background, and currently I reside here in the city of Rochester, New York, and with my wife, Miguel Lebron, whom you'll hear as this season progresses. We've been able to work together as youth pastors in our local church here in Rochester, and we've also been able to lead this ministry. This ministry, TQP Ministry, is a bilingual ministry geared towards teaching, preaching, and motivating. And again, this podcast is geared towards helping you to spread the gospel in an effective way. We want you to have an impact. We believe that the greatest profit you could ever make is the impact you have. And so in our off season, I've had the opportunity to sit down with various friends of mine, people that are in ministry, people that are working in various areas, and I've been able to record those conversations. And this season, I'll be sharing those conversations with you. I'm sure you won't agree with all of their standings, but I believe that within the conversation, you'll find some golden nuggets that will be of edification to your life. I encourage you to check us out at tqpministries.jimdo.com. You can listen to this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and many more locations. And so I encourage you once again to head over to tqpministries.jimdo.com, because there you can find the multiple platforms that you can listen to this podcast. Please, I encourage you to subscribe, like, rate, and review. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And remember, the greatest profit you could ever make is the impact you have.
Mighty